Okay, howdy everyone. How are you doing? Hope you're doing good. Um, Pretty excited right now because I just ordered a Flip Forge palette, and I think it has a pretty good color scheme. Not sure how it's gonna translate to real life, but who knows, whatever. Um, there will be a palette video coming once I get it, but since the lead time is like 2 weeks, it's probably gonna come like in the middle of next month. But yeah, look forward to that. But for today, Canyon. Let's talk about the Nabalis Canyon. So the Canyon is definitely a budget option, right? I believe it is like $50 for the false edge, which is this one, and it is 40 for the trainer. And goddamn, this is insane for the price. So the value is not as good as say the Orion, but for the price, this is unbeatable. Like seriously, this is insane. I would say that this flips quite a bit better than the Volp, which is something that it kind of competed with as a budget option in the Balisong lineup. Because this thing has, I would say the specs of the Canyon are kind of better than the Volp, which is kind of insane because it's cheaper. So let's talk about specs. The Volp is fully stainless steel, and that means it's very heavy, but not really. Why? Because it is super skeletonized. It's basically just a steel frame. Yeah, it's stainless steel, so it reaps the benefits of being very, very durable without being super heavy. And yeah, there's not much to say. It's just great. And on the other hand, the Volp is 6061 aluminum, which is soft. It's not super soft, but point is, it gets damaged much easier than stainless steel. So Canyon definitely wins in terms of durability. So this will make a much better beater, which is also good for beginners because they'll probably drop their values a lot. So if you're starting out, that's one reason to get a Canyon, durability. Now let's move on to flipping. This is probably the most important thing if you're starting out, other than maybe looks, I guess. But let's talk about the flipping of the Canyon. So the Canyon is, I would say it has a bit of handle bias. You can definitely feel it. And it carries a ton of momentum. What does that mean? That means rollover tricks are super easy, right? You don't need a lot of effort. But the problem comes when you try to reverse the momentum. So for example, if you're trying to do a ricochet, it kind of takes a while. It's kind of sluggish because it carries so much momentum. So you need to counteract that force with, a lot of force. That means it's slower. It's not like bad per se, right? I wouldn't say it's as bad as Brandon made it out to be on the Will Hurt Flips channel, but yeah, definitely more sluggish compared to the Volp. But other than that, I would say it flips better than the Volp in basically every way. It does rollovers better because, momentum. And, yes, the big thing. Chaplains. The Canyon Chaplin's great. You can make some pretty small circles with the Canyon. Unlike the Volp, where if you make small circles, the fucking Volp just flies to the next continent. Yeah, this thing is great, dude, honestly. If you are just starting out and you're wondering what to buy, this or the Volp, just get this, honestly. I don't see a reason to get a Volp unless, number one, you want to support Will or Brendan, which is perfectly valid, right? They are great people, you should support them. Or you just like how the Volp looks. But if you're purely getting a belly to start with, that you want to, flip for a long time, shit. Okay. If you purely want to get a belly that you want to flip for a long time as a beginner, I would say the Canyon is a better choice because, as a lot of people have said, it grows much better with you. So yeah, get the Canyon. Now, if you want to get a live blade, I'm not sure whether the Canyon is a great choice because, well, you can definitely sharpen it, right? I'm not sure whether you can see the edge here. Well, you can sharpen it. The steel isn't great, so it's not going to hold the edge for super long. So, yeah, if you're getting a false edge, just treat it like a normal trainer, I guess. Except for the fact that the tip on this thing is nasty as hell. Like, you get poked by it, it's probably going to draw blood, honestly. So, be careful with that. Same applies to all the other Nabalis, Bowie, false live blades. So like the Volt Pro, the Wing, they are all very pointy. Be careful. Now, my Canyon did get tipped, so I ended up just sending it on a tip, so it's not sharp anymore. But yeah, honestly, that's about it for the Canyon. I don't have anything negative to say. It's all been positive because I've only had positive experiences. Even if you already have some baddies, right? If you're looking for a good beater, I will say this is it. I don't think anything else in my collection beats out the Canyon as a beater, especially because it's cheap. Okay, I just remembered one thing about the Canyon that some people probably don't like, and that is this. Do you see what's missing here? It's got no pins. It's pinless. The Canyon is pinless. Oh no, pinless sucks. Oh my god, the Canyon is such a shitty Balisong. It has no pins. Oh my god. No, dude, the Canyon's fine. First of all, the reason pinless is so frowned upon is because an expensive Balisong can have its handle gap just close up, right? They'll develop slap, and there's nothing you can do about it unless you return it to the manufacturer and get new pins, which is gonna be expensive. But the Canyon is cheap. It's very cheap. It's, in terms of flipping, right, like over a lifetime, the Canyon is like damn near disposable because it's so incredibly cheap. So you don't really have to worry about the handle gaps closing, because by the time it closes, as a beginner, right, if your Canyon's handle gap closes too much, it's probably time to upgrade anyways. So pinless, not a problem for this, I think. Also, this is stainless steel, on stainless steel, so pinless, the handle gap holds up for longer. Now my Canyon has definitely had a smaller handle gap now. So when it started out, it was something like this, right? Something like this. It was quite big, but now it's like this. It's still by all means absolutely flippable, right? In fact, this handle gap is still like about the size of all of Squid's products. It's nothing like the Superfly where it's like a huge handle gap, but still. Pinless, honestly, not an issue for the Canyon. And yeah, that's about it. I don't have anything bad to say about the Canyon. It's just that if you're just starting out, you want to get something for 50 bucks or less, get a Canyon. But if you're willing to save up for more, I would say get a Orion instead. But I already have a video on that, so if you want to check it out on my channel. And yeah, that's about it for now. I'll see you guys around. Bye bye.